Good morning. Thanks so much for tuning into this Refuel Devotional. My name is Jason Caine, one of our campus pastors at our Blue Oaks campus, and I'm glad that you tuned in this morning. I got to share something that happened to me recently that quite frankly is unbelievable, and I still can't believe it happened, although I already lived through it. And it's this. My Atlanta Braves won the World Series. Man, I am a broken, upset, heartbroken Atlanta sports fan, but finally we were able to triumph and win the World Series. But that's not the best thing that happened. One of the best things that happened during that time period was I actually won tickets to go to the World Series along with my son. Delta Airlines paid for our tickets to fly round trip to Atlanta and back. The Atlanta Braves gave us tickets to go to a game, and I got to see my team win a World Series game. And I got to tell you, I still can't believe that I was in the building to see it happen. When this happened, a lot of my friends and a lot of people on social media congratulated me. They told me that it couldn't happen to a more deserving person, that I should be happy for what happened. But I got to be honest, I felt a little guilt about it. Because the truth is, I know my own life. I know the areas where I fall short. But yet and still, I was given something that I felt like I quite frankly didn't deserve. People told me, man, God is on your side. God has favored you. Man, God is great. And whenever they said these things, I felt a bit of guilt because I knew that I was undeserving. And as I began to feel that guilt, it reminded me of a passage of scripture in Matthew chapter 7, verse 11. The verse says this: "If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him?" The reality is, I was not deserving of the opportunity. But here's another reality that I want you to hold on to this morning, that you have a Father in heaven who loves you, and he loves you enough to give you things that you may feel like you do not deserve. Certainly, because of the way I've lived my life, because of the past I have, because of sin that I may commit, I might feel like I'm undeserving, but we have to remind ourselves that God is a loving Father. In this passage in Matthew chapter 7, where Jesus is giving this long sermon known as the Sermon on the Mount, he says, if you, being evil, speaking about us, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more does your Father in heaven? For those of you who are out there this morning, how much do you want to do good for your children? I think all parents want the best for their children. They want to give them gifts. They want them to enjoy life. We all want to do good things for our children. But here in Matthew, Jesus says, if you being evil want that for your children, how much more does your Father in heaven want it? Man, God, in so many different ways throughout our lives, will bless us in a variety of ways. And you may know that you don't deserve it. But just because you don't deserve it doesn't mean that you should not receive it with a grateful and thankful heart. Whatever it may be in your life, if you've been feeling guilt about God's blessing on your life, put that guilt away and remember that God is a loving Father that gives us things that we don't deserve. And when you receive those blessings, just take time to tell God thank you. Don't feel guilt, feel gratitude. Don't feel guilt, just simply say, God, thank you for blessing me as a loving Father. Today, my prayer for you is that God gives you a blessing that's so good that you think, man, I don't even deserve this, but yet and still you show gratitude for it. Thank you so much.